Mike. Who's Mike? I'm not Mike. I'm Sam. I'm Sam.
I'm Sawyer. I'm Sawyer.
I'm Sam. Nice to meet you. So how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, you're here at, well, this is interactive media, and we're here at 8035, and I haven't seen you here before. Have you ever been to Des Moines?
No, this is my first time at this festival. I've been to Des Moines a couple, I think probably like 2 times, but smaller venues. This is my first time at this festival, and it's great. I love the festival vibes, especially this one, because it's set up like, it's set up so nice that you're not just like walking and you hear so many different like bands like playing. It's because the buildings are like stopping that from happening. It's good.
Yeah, there's like, if you're not here and you haven't been, there's like 4 stages, yeah. And I think each one of them you can't hear. And I mean, unless you're over there by like the main stage, you can hear a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's quality here at 8035.
It's the way it should be set up, and that like really like allows you to like pay attention to one artist.
Yeah. And people were paying attention to you.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah. I commented earlier about him, but we got really similar eyes. Just like kind of weird as a dude to point out, but like anytime I see somebody with just bright blue eyes, I'm always like, people have told me I'm blessed. I need to let them know you're blessed.
You do have very pretty eyes. They're nice. My brothers and my dad all have blue eyes, so we got that gene.
Right? I would think you were hitting on me, but earlier you told me you had a girlfriend. Where's she at?
She is in upstate New York.
Okay. So you're from New York?
Yeah, I'm from upstate New York, yeah.
Okay, born and raised?
No, I was actually originally born in Connecticut, Newtown.
Okay, all right. So you travel quite a ways. I see your bus over there. How is it traveling?
It's good. I mean, when you're touring, like, my favorite part about touring is like going to these new places and meeting all these new people that you like never met before, but also like they know your music, and it's really cool. And probably like the sad part about touring for me though is like a lot of time you're just like going to the venue, you go back to your hotel, then you go to the next place, and you don't get to really enjoy the city. You don't get to enjoy the places that you're going to completely. Yeah. But most of it, I love performing. So
yeah. It feels a little bit more like work whenever it's just like in and out. But here you kind of get to, with festivals, do you slip into the crowd a little bit, talk to people? And...
This time we woke up early, so I was pretty out of it, and I was getting ready in the van, trying to get myself into the mode of performance. But my band members, they were checking everything out. Okay, cool. So you enjoy Des Moines. I'm from Kansas City. Have you been to Kansas City? I have been to Kansas City. I was actually just in Kansas playing at the Knuckleheads.
That's right. I think I saw that you were on a bill on Friday, yesterday, right?
Yeah, I performed there yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw you, and I was like, maybe I should stick, but I was like, man, I don't know, I think I had to meet somebody to give them some pictures or something, but cool, you've been to Kansas City. Where's like the next stop?
Where am I going next? I'm going to Summerfest next.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is another really cool festival.
Have you been to Summerfest?
Yeah, I've been there once before now.
Were you performing or were you a fan?
I was performing.
Okay, what was your first festival that you went to?
I think it was the Folk Alliance Festival. It's in, well, not Folk Alliance, I'm a Falcon Ridge Festival. It's in upstate New York.
Okay. What other festivals have you been to?
I have lost track of some of them.
What's your favorite?
My favorite, probably, I would say the Falcon Ridge Festival, just because it was close to home and I felt very chill there.
It's become nostalgic now to some extent. I mean, is that something that kind of inspired you to pursue music? Was going to that festival?
I wouldn't say that. I started playing when I was 11 years old. I learned my first few chords, and then I just started doing open mics and farmers markets after that. I always knew, like, I never ever thought I would not be playing music. Yeah. It was always a passion of mine, and it never really occurred to me, like, oh, I can do this as a business thing. It was just like, I'm playing this, oh, now I'm getting paid while I'm playing this. This is cool.
Yeah. So you're doing this full time?
Yeah, I'm doing this full time.
What were you doing before?
Nothing. This is all I've ever done.
Really? Yeah. So you weren't ever bagging groceries or pushing lawnmowers or?
Technically, I've done some construction jobs with my dad, but not much.
Okay, I was like, I'm naming off all the things that I do currently. But wait, if you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
Well,
still stay in the same arts, or?
I would definitely be doing something artistic, and like I want to be creating something. That's always what I want to be doing, is putting something out there that can be used or listened to. And probably one of the things I'd be doing is, because I live on a farm in upstate New York. I have 88 acres. And
beautiful.
Yeah, it's quite paradise. And a lot of times, like, I go other places and then I come back home and I realize, like, how blessed I am to be there. But I'd probably be more into farming. There's so many things I'd be, like, interested in doing. I'm also a big gamer, but I'd be interested in, like, blacksmithing. I'd be interested in, like, glass blowing and doing pottery. There's tons of stuff I want to get into, but I put a lot of my time into music.
You said gaming, like Fortnite? Are you talking PUBG? Like, are you talking PC, World of Warcraft? Help me out.
I played Fortnite a little bit. It's a little childish for me, just the graphics.
To each their own.
Yeah, to each their own. The game I've been playing a lot is on it's on actually the Xbox and PC. It's called Ark: Survival Evolved. Okay. It's a really, really, like, good game.
Is that RPG or is it MMO or like?
It's like an open world. You can join a server with other, like, tribes you can join.
MMO. Yeah.
And but yeah, I think
you're nerding out.
Yeah. I think of it as like a mix between, like, Minecraft and, like, Fallout.
Okay. Well, those are both really awesome games.
Yeah.
So you're a gamer. If you weren't doing music, glass blowing or something extreme, artsy. Let's see here. What else do we want to know about you? Where do you get your style? Because it's a little bit different.
My style? Well, the bowler hat I actually got when I was I think I was 12 years old when I got the bowler hat, and I just started.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, that was like a couple years ago for you.
Yeah, a couple years ago. No, but how I got this bowler hat was I did an open mic, and I always liked the look of bowler hats just from, like, movies I watched and other, like, shows that I like that kind of dapper look. But and I got paid $20. Someone gave me $20 at a open mic, and I was looking at online for, like, bowler hats and couldn't find anything in, like, my price range because I was 12 years old. And I went to an antique store, and there was a mannequin in the antique store that was wearing a derby hat, and it cost $20. So I bought it and just kind of made it like my performance hat type.
This is it. This is like
this is.
You wear that hat like every performance?
Basically every performance. Sometimes lately I've been not wearing it. Sometimes just because it's hot, but but it's mostly like a performance thing, and I don't really like wear it that often when I'm not on stage.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone perform with a derby hat. Now, it could be because I go to more EDM shows, but but
it's funny because, like, I wore a bowler hat for, like, the whole entire time I was on The Voice, and
you were on The Voice.
I was on The Voice, and after that show, like, everyone, like, anytime they saw me, they were like, "Where's the hat?" I'm like, "It's just a stage thing. I wear it when I'm on stage. It's always been a stage thing." But
or this setting right here, you wear it.
Yeah.
But you had to. I mean, like, it's glued to you now. But you were on The Voice? What? Thank you very much. Thank you. We got motorcycles swinging by. What was that?
Nothing.
You were on The Voice. That's is that how you kind of got your kickoff? Like,
definitely. I went on the show when I was 15 years old, and they actually scouted me. They found videos of me playing at farmers markets, and they, like, invited me out to do, like, this executive audition thing, which is, like, after the open call. And yeah, that definitely kick-started and gave me an acceleration to my, like, music.
Okay. And how was that? I mean, like, we were 15?
Yeah, I was 15 when I started and 16 when I won.
So, like, you can kind of you could relate to Justin Bieber.
A little bit, I guess. I don't know too much about Justin Bieber, so I'm not sure.
You guys both kind of like you guys jumped off a little bit younger than most. I mean, I've interviewed bands where they're 30, 40. You know, they've been in the industry for so long. But so does that mean that are you homeschooled? Did you study? Like, tell me about that.
Yeah, I actually am homeschooled, but the type of homeschooling we do is unschooling, which is self-directed learning and learning through life. So basically, anything I'm doing is my school.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, like algebra. Like, if I told you 2 times 3 times 6 times 4, are you good in algebra?
I'm probably not. No. Most of the time, like, the way I go up to things is like, if there's a problem that I need to learn, I'll learn it at that time. Okay. And there's a lot of things that I'm not very good
Honestly,
at.
you don't really need to know that because you got to calculate. Everybody's got a smartphone.
There's also like a lot of people that like think that all musicians know how to read music.
Yeah. You know how?
No. Which is not the case for actually a lot of new musicians, that they don't know how to read music.
Wait, you do or you don't know how to?
I don't. Okay. I don't.
Neither do I, so I'm right there with you.
I'm mostly self-taught in guitar and like my vocals. I only took the only times I got like voice lessons was when I was on The Voice because they had a vocal coach for that. But I'm mostly...
But before that, you didn't have...
No, not at all, really.
Your voice is very different. If you haven't heard this guy sing, it's different. It's very like... for Gene 19, it's really strong. You know, it's like every time I interview, I always try to like pinpoint their genre, but now I'm trying to like go a little bit deeper into your voice, and it's more like I don't know. How would you explain what your voice is?
Well, for example, I would say my voice is kind of a mix between like
manlier version of John Mayer.
No, but I mean, like, I grew up listening to like Creedence Clearwater Revival, so I think I got a lot of my belting from like John Fogerty.
Yeah.
And probably more of my smoother tones. I picked up listening to Ray LaMontagne when I was like 11 years old, and he's like one of my all-time favorite artists. Nice. So that's probably my biggest inspiration for my music.
Okay. What about Jim Morrison?
I can't say I've listened to much Jim Morrison.
But Creedence Clearwater. I'm a Creedence Clearwater fan.
I got to play with John Fogerty on the show. They had like a famous like thing that you like ask someone to come on and perform with you, and I got John Fogerty to come on. It was so.
You had to have been pumped.
Was
it a little nerve-wracking?
It was. He was super chill, and I mean, like he's older now, so it's like you're like, oh, he's gotten a lot older, like, and but as soon as he gets on stage, he just like lets loose. And I remember because they had us in like these tents like off stage, and I was like told like, all right, I'm gonna be going onto the set and I'm gonna be playing with John Fogerty, and then he comes into my tent, and I was not told he was gonna be doing that, and I was like, there was like this aura that he like walked in with, and it was so crazy.
Well, I just noticed that the XLR might have been pulled out. Uh-oh. But I put it back in, so I don't know.
Hopefully, we missed everything.
Hopefully, I think we got it. But now I'm like worried to death. Yeah, what's your biggest fear? Like technical, like have you ever experienced like mic goes out or like guitar goes out? Have like something like that?
Oh,
God forbid it happens.
I've had some pretty crazy malfunctions on things, and I think one of the craziest shows was in Pittsburgh, and the sound guy basically fell asleep on the soundboard, and he was getting really angry with all of us as well. But that had to have been like the worst like sound technical difficulties on the show. Like there was always feedback, and there was at one point I was like, we might have to do this unplugged.
Speaking of unplugged, we just did an acoustic session.
Yep.
If you're watching this now, watch this next video. I like that. I heard you on stage, and then like acoustically, it's really similar. Like as far as your presence on the stage, like you make the band. You know, like you're like the and try to stay humble after I say these things to you, but like Like, you really do. You have a stage presence, and you got all that going, and then not only that, but you got that strong voice. What would you say to the young artists out there that are trying to pursue the same thing you are?
What I would say is, other
than get on The Voice.
No. I mean, going on The Voice, I mean, that's just a good experience and good learning experience. But I would say, if you're enjoying it, then it's worth it. And if you have like stage fright and all that kind of stuff, like, perform how you would want to perform. Don't worry about what the audience thinks. And like, that's what I've like always focused on when I was growing up.
Who are you playing to whenever you're on stage? You play to somebody?
Most of the time I'm just thinking about the song. With a lot of my songs, they're very emotional, and I try to put myself into my lyrics and kind of live out this experience a little bit so I can put the right amount of emotion into the music. And that's really what I'm focusing on. I want to give the songs that I've written the respect that they deserve.
You're writing a melodic picture book.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, where are you going next? Summerfest, right?
Yep, Summerfest.
Check, and that's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Oh, shoot. Well, if I don't get this up in time, where are you going after that?
I'm going on another tour, which I have a hard time keeping track, but my tour dates you can find on my social media pages. Twitter and Instagram is Sawyer FRDRX, and my social media page, my website is SawyerFredericks.com.
Okay. We'll put all of that in the description below. Check out the acoustic jam session. It was really nice to meet you, man.
Very nice meeting you too, Sam.
Yeah. And that's a close. Interactive media. Check this guy out.
If you want to.
He said, if you want to.